The Israel-Hamas conflict isn't just a two-player game, it's deeply intertwined with the geopolitics of the entire Middle East. Let's delve into the bigger picture. If we peel back the layers of this conflict, we find roots firmly planted in the early 20th century. The establishment of the State of Israel led to a ripple effect of events that continue to shape the Middle East. Waves of Palestinian refugees, multiple Arab-Israeli wars, and the creation of refugee camps are all part of this complex narrative. Fast forward to 1987, during the first Intifada, or uprising against Israeli rule, we see the emergence of Hamas. Born out of a climate of resistance, Hamas has since positioned itself squarely against the State of Israel. It is important to note that this positioning has led the United States and the European Union to designate Hamas as a terrorist organization. Now, let's pull back the curtain on the geopolitical stage where this conflict plays out. Hamas is not a solitary actor in this drama. Quite the contrary, it has found support in the form of funds and weapons from Iran, a longtime ally. But the support doesn't end there. Qatar and Turkey have also thrown their hats into the ring, albeit in a more diplomatic fashion. They have offered various forms of support, reinforcing the idea that this conflict is not simply a localized issue, but one that resonates on a global scale. So, as we can see, the Israel-Hamas conflict isn't just about two key players. It's a complex web of historical events, ideologies, and geopolitical alliances that span across regions and continents. And at the heart of it all, the people. The individuals whose lives are affected daily by these geopolitical dynamics. As we journey further into this overview, remember them, because ultimately any path forward must seek to secure their futures. Geopolitically, Hamas doesn't stand alone. Iran has been a longtime supporter, providing funds and weapons. Qatar and Turkey have also offered various forms of support, albeit more diplomatically. Meanwhile, in the West Bank, the Palestinian Authority, led by the Fatah faction, often finds itself in conflict with Hamas. The two have stark differences in their approach to Israel and the vision for a Palestinian state. The Palestinian Authority, recognized by many as the legitimate representative of the Palestinian people, seeks a peaceful resolution to the conflict, while Hamas, on the other hand, maintains a more combative stance. While the internal Palestinian politics play out, let's not forget the role of Egypt, Gaza's southern neighbor. Egypt plays a unique role in this geopolitical puzzle. Historically, in opposition to Israel, Egypt often cooperates with Israel in imposing blockades on Gaza. This may seem counterintuitive, but it's primarily driven by Egypt's own security concerns linked to the Sinai Peninsula. Now, let's shift our attention towards the alliances and relationships that shape the dynamics of this conflict. Israel, despite being in a volatile neighborhood, enjoys robust alliances. The United States remains Israel's staunchest ally, offering military aid and political backing. This support has been instrumental in bolstering Israel's position in the region and on the global stage, but let's not stop there. Over the years, Israel has been cultivating relationships with other countries as well. In recent years, a significant development in this regard has been the Abraham Accords. This US-brokered agreement has led to the normalization of diplomatic relations between Israel and several Arab states, including the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain. This has further complicated the geopolitical landscape, but it also represents a shift in the regional dynamics. So, as we can see, the Israel-Hamas conflict is far from a simple two-player game. It's a complex web of internal and external players, each with their own interests and objectives. Israel, on the other hand, enjoys robust alliances. The US remains its staunchest ally, offering military aid and political backing. Israel also has budding relationships with some Gulf states, especially after the Abraham Accords. The international community has made several attempts to mediate peace, from the Oslo Accords to more recent endeavors. The conflict, being of global interest, often garners reactions from major world powers. Over the years, peace negotiations have ebbed and flowed with varying degrees of success. The Oslo Accords in the 90s brought forth hope, while more recent efforts have faced significant challenges. The United Nations, the European Union, and the United States have been key players in these negotiations, each striving to bring about a resolution. Yet the complexity of the issue cannot be overstated. The Israel-Hamas conflict is not just a regional concern, but a global one. From disruptions in the Middle East's balance of power to repercussions on international relations, the ripples of this conflict are felt far and wide. While the geopolitical game continues, the people on both sides seek a future of security, dignity, and peace. The larger geopolitical dynamics play a crucial role in shaping the path forward.